Allah yine var bir sene. Abraham'la İsa'nın tekrar gibi önerleyen Tema kısım tabii ki nakabı karşı diye ve maybe gal benim ne mançmaya bağlı. Bana koyacağım ve şey magain barakata dinay. Magain Abraham. Ata giralım den time nation atıyor da şia mera tam kalk time kasım time nation rahmanali. So me play ve for matter serum time nasıl işine yapar. Me var bakıyoruz. Umida mı? Biz makayım mesela şu an atla face nation barakata dinay. Ne kaya mes Arkadaşlar günler hem selam arkadaş. Müsaade mi şu an? Kakao Selena, Kakao Selena, Kurdish, sorry, what's going on? So much out of him, Mary. Or I'm going to come in, they're catching person lemmer. You know, I am saying that they're all, yeah. I think I should buy me on the solo, but I'm not Hello, guys. After paying $100 about the nation, I'll pay $12 for $100. $20. As you in so up, like I've been a good showing up about $39. Wait to the shore. So I wanted to get one of the learn my kids on a tail to sell $39. Canon of our style. Right now, I need every look at Lane Ranch from Kill Go for circle over $39. Go so. Rafaina de Rafael Shaki, Sin Auto for Russian Mafia, que é uma coisa ainda mano, vai acontecer lá de nós. Vai ver como é só. Vai ali na linha, essa chama se space dominates the sort of same brother up and then 7 minutes off. Russian in a caution, a place rock, kill to the meter, the Russian rock, night. American Shannon. There was a Sunday's capital in the Virginia, American research, and the night. God's in the family, so. She was in a coverage of it, Seneca, young and not on the pain last time, a lot of this back. The ground, so they can show back that night. I have it's like on the show. Well, my humanity is sick of all minimum to the video. But live them, makers, and authorization man, soccer, struggles, Microsoft, area man of our Shiva, magnet. Alex Lake, Melvin, City, Alice, you can have a soil off that space, the ground. Paul Garrett said, I play no, you will not rock my cop, the innocence of the Bobby, which is the small game man, full of language, give up a duck, night. There's one of the parts of the game. They show him around and touch of his session. Gosh, I do have to be fixed out of the family server talking. When I saw the curve, be a minute, been on America, 9 by nation. As South of the man, such as the current intention, so keep the shorts of America, 9. That's me, I'm pretty sure. Schmuckly, now they know over Ahmino, Calvary, and Russian Esposino. Kiel is the second in the mouth of a failure to Matthew. Kiada Shanta Scoba, Shamat Villa. Say Adina in a mum Carissa of this or some Shava, whether the Savavish, so Nava, Sikal works in the church and telling noises or Maka, so if there's any individual that's in Bargain, Barangla, Maka says, can I say, Shema is a very good time. I'll tell you, kill like all around calculation. It's not all email, give it off. Come is back to Sarah. This nice Shema came time. Live with Hall Hunters, I'll be all the Shema Hall go. Leo Kita got the choice in the versus in the solo type. Or I'm not nine. Type Shema fell upon not like this. So drop to the back, a kind of place to back and all in a police from a cover. Kind of in a funny cover. Give you up on the south law, no, they know terrace and the office. It's still go back of the rock and the time, Sean type and apple. Why does some sort of place or shall be my father? I'm a very as I saw by Shalom. Elena, son. Hajden Johnson is the Sakshu Madam Amar, Kim by Kurab Shem, Shem Amar. Yada is for Kia for Nato, I say nation of the coach Maka, Bastion, and Cover, and Cinnamon Travel. Sally Charles Maraba, the mother of his seven statements, half for Penny Commission, I have a minute and I was up, all this man Craven remain. Yes, may have Marvel, a man high, inspired for child, inspired for some, it's not cities, and every all made the trouble club. Layla Min cover to the church, so the Shukasa and Apostle Damian Homan remain. The shallow choice and wish and Holy Israel, cut him up behind the Vishman remain. Yea, shall I have been trying to find table in on her server remain. I said something around Julia, so something about her server remain. Yeah. The name are my own denial of all correct. My Maria and the Polish my fault. Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. I'll do it.
Today in Jewish history, by the way, we're learning the Alshich over here on the last time I finished off about the Luz bone. Right, that's in the Alshich. The Alshich lived at the same time as the Arizal. Yesterday we said with the Arizal's yard side. They lived in the same time period, and the Alshich lived in Tzvas. The same time that Arizal lived there, and he would sometimes, we just read this last time, it's so interesting. He would sometimes go to the shiurim, he'd go to the classes of Arizal. The Arizal took over. I was reading his history last night. This month's the Hair magazine. You see it. Feature articles about the Arizal, and it's an interesting story how his father passed away when he was 8 years old, and they moved. She couldn't support themselves. So they moved to Egypt, to Cairo, where her brother lived. Her brother was from Eretz Yisrael. Yeah. I don't remember if it's Vasir Shlaim. It says over there. I don't remember. It's one of these Vasir Shlaim. And her brother evidently was well-to-do, and he said, "You just learn." Told the Arizal, and he took care of everything. Not just growing up, he took care of everything for him and his mother, but he took care of them till his last day. He took care. He financed Arizal. Arizal didn't have a worry in the world financially. One of the things interesting he says about the Arizal, the Rebbe brings down. There was said as once by a children's rally. The Rebbe said Arizal used to, whenever someone asked him for money, with tzedakah, he would give them, of course. He always gave tzedakah. But he wouldn't look what he had in his pocket. He just took out whatever he had, he gave it. That's what he gave tzedakah. Interesting fun fact. It always gives that.
Hold around big bills.
No, he would give bigger, but it wasn't his money. He would give it, his uncle gave them money, his uncle supported him, and Rizal passed away very young. But when he came to Eretz Yisrael, so he was a student of the Ramak. And Ramak there was they had a whole operation there of Kabbalists that lived in Tzfas. It brought down that it was a unique time and place in history where we had so many Talmidei Chachamim, Torah scholars, all under the same, almost living in the same city at the same time, was something very, very unique. And that was taking place right there in Tzfas. Rabbi Yossi Cairo, spoke to the Shulchan Aruch. The Ramak, who was the Arizal's mentor when he came, that's when he went, that's when he moved to Tzfas, was to learn under the Ramak. Reb Chaim Vital learned under the Arizal. Reb Chaim Vital was the student of Arizal, but Reb Chaim Vital was a giant of his own. Reb Chaim Vital was the one who the Arizal entrusted in writing all his everything we know from the Arizal was basically written down by Reb Chaim Vital. It's Chaim, whatever. Shlomo Alkabetz lived over there also. He was was an older generation, but he was also there at the same time. He was also a Chadaidi. All these guys living in the same Tzvas at the same time, all giants. There's different shuls, they had different operations going on, but they would get together sometimes. So I was just reading last night that the Alshich, who were just learning last night, used to sometimes go. The Alshich had his specialty. He was a darshan. He learned things out of Psukim. He would teach things out of Psukim, but it wasn't Kabbalistic. It was different type. It was more of medrash, of learning things of the storyline of Torah. And the Alshich would sometimes go to the Arizal Shiur. He sometimes goes to class. This is an article over there, and he would fall asleep. It says there that Arizal would teach on a very, very high level. And a lot of the people there weren't able to get it, but it was okay. They would just fall asleep. The neshama would get some of it, and Alshich he would come there, he couldn't handle it, and he would fall asleep there, very sure. but we're able to handle. I mean, I don't know if they're able to handle it, but we're learning. Alshich is like a gazillion times higher than us, but the reason was like so many times. It was just interesting. If they back to the Alshich over here, but before that, today just what?
That's what I mean.
Maybe, yeah. It's interesting. No. Yeah. Anyway, so today in Jewish history is the day that Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. He landed July 20th, 1969, which was the 6th of Menachem Av. So what does that do to Jewish history? From Colombia. What's his name again? Was Jewish. Ilan Ramon. He was Jewish. But and Bereshit, which almost landed on the moon. Was Bereshit Jewish? I guess if a robot could be considered Jewish, then Bereshit. No, but the Rebbe spoke about Neil Armstrong landing on the moon, and that is there was a guy by the name of Shliach by the name of Zalman Posner. He was a shliach in Tennessee. Posner. So Zalman Posner lived in Tennessee. He was a shliach in Tennessee. I'm going back. He might have gone into the 40s. He might have gone to Tennessee in the 40s, maybe by a sent him. I don't know what year he went. But in the 60s, he was a shliach in Tennessee. Back, I'm saying 40s, 50s, 60s. He was in New York for a Shabbaton this weekend. There was a Shabbaton over there, like pre-Shabbos in the Heights type of thing, before Shabbos in the Heights started. And he was interviewed. He happened to be there. They interviewed him on the radio. There used to be a radio show in New York called WEVD. And I remember WEVD. It was Art Raymond. He was the host. It was a Jewish radio program, and it was in Yiddish. And he had an English program as well. So I was a kid, and when I was a little more younger kid. I think afterwards he moved his radio show here in Florida. Anyway, he was interviewing WVD, and Art Raymond asked him the following question. He said, he's asking about Yiddishkeit, whatever, just general questions. He says, tell me, is it true that if someone, whatever, eats in your kipper, maybe, I don't remember what it was, something like that, or does, I don't know what, something in your kipper, that he gets capital punishment? That's what the Torah says. Yeah, that's what the Torah says. But, he says something a little barbaric. So we answered, chill out, he says. I don't know if he said chill out, but something like that. He said, in order for someone to get a capital punishment for any prohibition of Torah, he has to first be warned. He has to be in a sane state of mind. The witnesses have to be in a sane state of mind. They have to warn him right before he does it. He has to acknowledge that he understands. The witnesses have to be two kosher witnesses. Meaning, if the two witnesses are two brothers is already no good. They're not kosher witnesses. They can't witness each other. Or they're related to him. They're not kosher witnesses anymore. Or if they were coming from the casino, they're not kosher witnesses. Or one of them was, they're not kosher. He said, it's so impossible. He said, and after he's warned, he understands what he's doing. It's impossible. No one ever got a capital punishment for that. It never happened. It was not possible. And the conversation went on. Then reads another story. That's not something that gets capital punishment. That's a different, completely different category for Zimri. In any case, that Friday, he was summoned by the Rebbe. The Rebbe's secretary found the Rebbe wants to see him. He goes to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe tells him, I heard about your interview. And the Rebbe said, good, you got out of it. I was okay, you got out of it, but you didn't answer the question. His question was, isn't it a very serious punishment? You know, how can you have such a serious punishment for something you should answer? You know what to say. The Rebbe told him, we just had the answer this week. Imagine after millions and millions of dollars, I don't know how much it costs to send that rocket to the moon. Imagine everybody's watching, televisions, all televisions are on, all the cameras are on, are focused on this event. The whole world is watching, and everyone's going 10, 9, 8, and all of a sudden everything's planned, everything has to be to the second. The what's it called again? Yeah, I'm sure the astronaut decides all of a sudden, I gotta hang on 1 second. I gotta take a smoke. I gotta take a cigarette. Not smoke break. 7, 6. You know what happened? We just put hundreds or thousands of engineers putting years of work into figuring this out. It's, I don't know if it's hundreds of millions or billions. I don't know how much it costs. We can Google how much it costs to send Neil Armstrong to the moon. Huh? $1,000? $1 million? That's it? Yeah. I don't know. How much did it cost for Neil Armstrong to land on the moon?
According to CBS,
$39 billion.
in current year dollars, the analysis shows the Apollo command and service modules cost the equivalent of
In today's money, $39 billion. In those days, $23.4.
$23.4 billion. And the giant Saturn family of rockets and the engines required to boost astronauts into Earth orbit and beyond cost nearly $100 billion too.
Yeah, but there was all different other costs. There were other costs involved of $100 billion. It wasn't just, there were other things that had to be put in place. I would buy into saying that I would buy into that fake, but the Rebbe gave this analogy. Maybe it's an analogy, or maybe it was just Rebbe saying an analogy, the idea. I don't know. But in any case, it's quite a few $1 billion. I don't think $1 billion, but quite a few $1 billion back then. And imagine what they would do to Neil Armstrong. Everybody would In any case, so Hashem put all of us in orbit. Hashem put everything, set everything in motion, has everything working. And everything's around Shabbos, Yom Tov, Yom Kippur, everything is around. And one guy says, Yom Kippur, hang on 1 second, I gotta take a cigarette break. You're messing up Hashem's plan of billions of dollars of. So one thing about the Beis Mikdash, I'll say a Jewish history. All right, so Arvaina, David HaMelech bought the field, which was Har HaBayis Temple Mount for Arvaina HaYevusi, Arvaina the Yevusite, Jebusite, whatever. And the pasuk says, the Shmuel Beis, chapter 24, verse 24, it says there, the king told Arvaina, listen, your old owner, Loy, I'm not going to take it for you for free. I wanted to donate the land. He said, no. I'm going to buy it from you, the full price. And I'm not going to bring to Hashem free karbanas, free sacrifices. And then David brought the threshing floor of this. Says the Mincha Chinuch. David HaMelech leiratz ligas makim beis hamikdash matan. He did matana. He didn't want to take it as a matana. He wanted to take it free. But Kesef Mali rather was for money. And he also wanted he also wanted that every single one of the Yiddish people should have a part in this purchase. And therefore, he says that, or Rashi says, that when David HaMelech bought it, every single one of the Shvatim chipped in. It wasn't just a one guy said, you know what, I write the thing off. He wanted everybody to chip in. And so there was chipping in from all the Shvatim. And that's why even though Yerushalayim is in the land of which Shevet? Binyamin. Yerushalayim. Nevertheless, the Beis Hamikdash is considered, even though it's in the space of Binyamin, it's considered the ownership of everybody. Because everyone chipped in for it. Huh? Like Washington DC. It's considered its own. It's considered its own. Yeah. But we didn't all chip in, or did everybody? Does every state chip in?
Yeah, everybody pays
federal taxes. Okay. All right. More about everybody chipping in for it tomorrow. Page 118. And I think
wasn't it like so they don't have that metal. They don't have those papers. do you know your comments? Malchus Reverse and Kibilan, Asia Venezuela, on a service from Kabam, Malchus Reverse, carry on the nation, say the end of the mirror. You know, the whole head of the mark. You find that it's like a girl like me, of course, like me, and over 29 girl in Israel. Which makes us anyway in a fine play with the Shami other one. Keep El Shami the man, Sina, the Mark, no, Shami as I'm in Sala. Sally Salas made out of a mother after 7 months, it's not kind of garbage showing. I can make another one sort of go, it's my current roman. Yeah, it's made out my follow on my spark, stop, my city, so every time it's all I before. Like, I think I'm to the show, so it's watching up, then I come and saw I'm your mom. Shall Shmei Rabba. On the revolution on the conversation, some Granniger Mishaim, Kayamin, the kind of holy struggle, always mind carving remain. Gage made of Rappo on the high side of the shop, sway with Simon, his nice ladies, every slab is on the trade in the cover hole. Layla make up a city trust, because one that must have done minimal money remain. Fish got boats, swords and woods, and the cover straw, cut them up into Ishmael and remain. Gage Shalom Ishmael, time to Manoko, serving remain. I said, Shaman Ronald, who the answer says, Manoko, serving remain. Then I find the element of lights, my boy, and the first my heart.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Shekaya. I want to get 40 was on top of many big Shekaya.